Command Sergeant Major Billy Norman from U.S. Army Garrison Japan. How are you this morning? Can you hear me, sir?
Hey, no, I'm doing great. High speed. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. You know, the weather's a little bit cooler out here, but I'm actually glad for that. How is it over there at Camp Zama?
It's about 59. Good running weather. So yeah, hopefully the weather holds off. We got a lot of activities coming up. So yeah, we'll just kind of keep an eye on it. But yeah, it's a little cooler, but I'm happy with that.
It's almost time for that snowboarding season. That's what I'm really looking forward to. So can't wait for that.
Hey, me too. Hey, but real quick, my boss, Kromatowski, told me to call this number for some free Olympics tickets.
Oh, really?
Is this the right number? You got those standing by, or what?
Maybe. I might have to keep them for myself though, especially if it's to the opening ceremony. So let me see, sir. So with some of the recent events that just happened around Japan, I know one of the major things would be the Typhoon. So did you guys fare pretty well over there at Camp Zama?
Yeah, actually, we got lucky compared to some other areas of Japan. So, first I'd just like to say, thanks to the community, for how serious they took, preparation for the typhoon and just for everything they did to respond to, the outcome of the typhoon. So, our community, they took it very seriously, and they prepared for the worst, which luckily, like I said, we didn't get hit super hard here on Zama or at around our Army installations. But definitely our thoughts and prayers go out to those other areas of Japan that were hit a little bit harder. And then, definitely the typhoon, it's a good reminder that we always need to be prepared. Always we continue to harp about, having an emergency kit ready, and then always definitely have an emergency plan, just basically be ready for anything. We kind of like to say or think along the lines of it's not if bad weather's going to happen, it's kind of when it's going to happen. So yeah, definitely thanks everybody for being prepared, and just please be ready for anything happening again in the future.
All right, so I know that another, huge event that's going to be coming up for you guys over at Camp Zama will be the homecoming that's going to affect our, military kids a lot. So do you have any details on that, any more information for us?
Yeah, I tell you what, we we just finished up the Columbus Day long weekend, so that was great for, soldiers and families. And then, like you said, we're rolling right into homecoming week. We have a lot of great activities planned, so I'll run through a few of them here for you. But just, for starters, though, our military children, they're a huge part of what makes our community so great. So we want to do, we try to do things to where, we're in Japan, which is a great thing, but we want to try to make everything for our children that they have the same experiences that they would have back in the States as well. So, we try to plan a lot of things and, of course, get out there and show them a lot of support. Because our students, they're constantly, they're representing the school well in a positive way, doing great with academics, athletics, and then, of course, just being great citizens. They're out there acting as great ambassadors for the United States here in Japan. So, I definitely want to show them a lot of support. So coming up, basically, I feel that it's kind of the event of the fall. One of my favorite seasons, but definitely homecoming. It's just kind of one of those times of the year that makes you really feel like fall is here. So, definitely homecoming this week should be a great time. But for starters, the events they kicked off yesterday, and then they'll be going through the end of the week. So happening over at the school, the students they get to do basically a spirit day each day, where the kids get to kind of dress up and show their school spirit. So yesterday was pajama day, I think. I thought about taking part in that, but I figured I'd get some crazy looks around Zama, so I figured I better not do that. And then today is actually it's meme day. I don't know how they're going to dress up as a meme, but I'm sure they'll figure out a way to show some school spirit. And then rolling into tonight, we have a couple more great events. The first one is the annual Powderpuff flag football game. That should be a lot of fun. That's going to start at 6 p.m. over on Yano Field. Hopefully the weather holds out, and we're able to get that event in. And then right after the game, that Powderpuff game, we're gonna have a big bonfire to get everybody pumped up for the game tomorrow night. And then tomorrow we'll have our annual homecoming parade. That's going to kick off at 3:30 tomorrow afternoon. And that'll start and finish there at the school football field. So just, a reminder, if you're going to be out on the roads, there's going to be individuals out there directing traffic and stuff like that. But please just be safe if you're out driving around, and just be careful knowing that the parade's going to be basically going around all of Zama. And then tomorrow night, or Friday night, tomorrow night, it'll be, Friday Night Lights. Under the lights here on Zama, we'll have the game. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. That game's going to be against Masawa Edgren High School. And then, like I said, coin toss is at 7. So, please definitely try to get out there, support the parade, support our youth. Might be a good chance that you catch some candy if you're out there as well. And then you'll see the high school band will be part of the parade, and the JROTC, they'll be out there, be a part of it as well. But then, definitely leading right up into the game Friday night. So, it should be a good time.
All right, you guys got a bunch of good events coming up for that homecoming. That should be a lot of fun for, the kids on base and also the family members who get to experience that with them. So, we'll have a lot more information coming up in the next hour, but first, let's go and get back to the music for a bit. We have Maroon 5 with Don't Wanna Know on Eagle 810, serving America's best. With Command Sergeant Major Billy Norman from U.S. Army Garrison, Japan. You still with me?
Yep, still here.
Absolutely. All right, so with it being October, one of my favorite events, that coming up is Oktoberfest. Do you guys have something like that coming up on base?
Actually we do. Like you said, there's a few different Oktoberfest events, around Japan. But, so we decided we'd try to put one together for our community as well. So coming up this Saturday, we're going to be throwing a Oktoberfest event that's going to run from 4:30 to 9. That's at the Camp Zama Community Club Ballroom. So it's going to be inside, so don't worry about the, bad weather. If we do end up getting some rain and stuff, we're still going to have it. Some of the things we're going to, put together for everybody, there's going to be live music, some live entertainment. The U.S. Army Japan Band's going to be there playing. Then, of course, they got a good menu of German food that they're planning to put out. And then, of course, also some German drinks for sale. And then, please come out and celebrate that. Should be a good time just to kind of take part or share in another different type of culture. And, of course, it's a good way to bring our community together and just, share some time with your family and friends. So, please come out and support that and enjoy that event.
So one of these interesting things I see you guys have coming up, what is it, Red Ribbon Week? Can you give me the scoop on that? What's going on with that?
Yeah, that's coming up. We're gonna do Red Ribbon Week. It's gonna run from 23 to 31 October, and really, we're just trying to focus a lot of attention in some areas that, of course, not only soldiers but families and our entire community, need to be aware of. It's important. We always try to emphasize with soldiers, of course, to live by the Army values. But we want to kind of tie it into as well that we want to make sure that people know that there's resources out there, for everyone if they need help, really, and just to get them a lot of that our soldiers, tying into the training, of course, that we're constantly doing. But we're going to focus a lot of attention on domestic abuse awareness and then also SHARP training. So, like I said earlier, Red Ribbon Week, it's going to happen. It's going on this month from the 23rd to the 31st. And then I want to pass on that the this year's theme for the observance is going to be send a message, stay drug-free. So, like I said, too, also there's a ton of resources that we have available for our community. So, we want to make sure that everybody knows that that's there if they're struggling with any issues. But also then, too, if they, if it isn't for them, if they see a friend or a family member that's having some trouble, there's a lot of resources out there that we can get them to help out. So, if you need some help or you just want some more information, please, contact the Army Substance Abuse Program, and there, which is, of course, is known as ASAP. They have a wealth of resources, and a pile of information, and then, of course, qualified personnel over there to help people out. If you don't know where they're located here on Zama, and that's in building 534, and then their hours run from Monday to Friday, 7:30 to 4:30 in the afternoon. And then also, if you would just like to, either call to make an appointment or just call to, get some information that way, you can do that as well. Their number is 263-8059. And then, for this year's Red Ribbon Week, we're asking our community to just help, raise awareness for the dangers of drugs and, the harm that those skanks can cause. So, please just pass the word. And definitely, if you need some information, please reach out, and we'll get you guys the help that you need.
All right, that's a pretty good, Red Ribbon Week. That's pretty interesting. I haven't heard that before. It's my first time seeing it, so that is awesome that you guys have that going on. All right, so I know that we have a few more topics we're going to hit a little bit later, but we're going to go back to the music for a little bit. Here is Bruno Mars with 24K Magic on Eagle 810, serving America's best. And we have Command Sergeant Major Billy Norman from U.S. Army Garrison Japan. You still with me?
Yep, still here.
Awesome. So I know with it being, October, you guys should have some awesome Halloween events coming up at Zama, isn't that right?
Yeah, definitely so. Like you said, Halloween, it's quickly approaching, and I know it's a lot of kids' favorite holidays, but I also think, to me, friends of mine, a lot of adults really love Halloween too. So we got a lot of good things planned coming up. I'll just share a few so everybody kind of knows what's coming up and they can throw on their calendars if they want to participate in some of these things. So the first one, we're doing a 2-mile Halloween fun run. That's going to be at Sagamihara Family Housing Area. That's going to take place on October 23rd, and it's going to start at 7 p.m. out there. So participants, come on out. You're encouraged to dress up for the event if you'd like to do so. Wear a costume. And if you do, there's going to be a best costume contest for different age groups out there. So it should be a lot of fun. If you'd like to register, if you haven't already done so, you can go ahead and call the Yano Fitness Center, their front desk. Their number is 263-4664. Or, if you're over there working out, you just want to stop at the front desk, you can register that way as well. So, if you'd like to take part in that, go ahead and register. And then moving on, the 26th, it's going to be extremely busy. There's a bunch of events, so, I'll rattle through them here, but it's quite a few. So starting from noon to 7 p.m., there's going to be a Halloween party at the Camp Zama Bowling Center, which should be a good time. If you come in costume for that event, like for the fun run, won't be a costume judging contest, but you're going to get a discount on bowling, so you can't beat that. Go ahead and come on out, throw a costume on, and get some bowling in. It should be a good time. They're also going to announce, at that event, they're going to announce the winners of the Halloween bowling pin decorating contest. So if you took part in that, we'll be able to find out the winners there. Come out and support that. Also going on the 26th at 1 p.m. out at SHA, the family park out there, it's going to be a really neat event. It's going to be a humans versus zombies event. So, sounds crazy, right? What it's going to be, it's a big, massive game. It's going to combine tag and Nerf guns to where it's kind of a mission-based survival adventure for our community. So it's open to all age groups. Basically, everybody, they start out as a human player, and then the goal is to not get turned into a zombie and survive until the end of the game. So that should be a lot of fun. Definitely for kids, but, like I said about, parents liking Halloween, I'm sure they'll want to get out there and bring the Nerf guns and get a chance to shoot some as well. So it should be a lot of fun. And then lastly, on the 26th, from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Camp Zama Youth Center, they're going to host a haunted maze. So, you can, go take part in the Humans vs. Zombie event, and then also stop by that haunted maze. Bring your children out there. One thing, if you are planning to take your kids, if they're 10 years or younger, they must be accompanied by a guardian, so please just keep that in mind. And then also, coming up, leading up into Halloween, we're going to have a trunk or treat event. And then also a haunted hangar out at Kasner Army Heliport here on Camp Zama. Both of those events are on October 30th, and they're going to run from 5 to 8 p.m. So it's basically, if you guys were here last year, it's kind of the same events. We had a great turnout last year, same type of thing. Basically what the haunted hangar is just they're going to turn the hangar out there on at the airfield into a huge haunted house. So it's going to be a good time. So be sure to come dressed up for those events because they're going to do a best costume contest and then also a best trunk contest. So, if you want to come out there and take a part in that, should be fun. And then lastly, trick-or-treating. Of course, who could forget about that? We're going to have trick-or-treating on both Camp Zama and out at SHA in the family housing area, and that's on Halloween night. So Thursday, that's going to run from 6 to 9 p.m. So, just I want to make sure everybody is aware that, it's not Halloween. It's not going to be an open post event on either installation, but we are expecting a lot of visitors to come from off post, and that's okay. We encourage that, and we like to share our events with the surrounding community. So, so go ahead and please take part if you would like. But, of course, a lot of those individuals outside the community, they need to be escorted on. And if you've never done that before, you can do it, but just there is specific guidance that everybody needs to follow if you are going to be escorting guests onto the base. So if you've never done it before, you can go ahead and get some information on our Garrison Facebook page, and that address is www.facebook.com/USAGJ. Then once you get on the site, just go to the events tab, and you'll see October 31st events labeled there, and then it should pop up to where it's Halloween trick-or-treating. So a pile of events. So it should be a lot of fun for kids and the entire families. And then just a quick reminder, just if you're going to be out driving, while trick-or-treating is going on, just please be safe. Both installations are going to be packed, but, if you're driving, but then, too, if you're trick-or-treating with your family, just make sure you guys are, being well aware that there's going to be still cars out moving around. So, just please be careful.
All right, you guys have a bunch of awesome-sounding Halloween events, especially that was zombies, you said, versus humans. That sounds pretty cool. I'm sure the kids will love that.
Yeah, come on out.
That's a long drive. All right, I'll tell you what. So, is there anything else? Is there anything else that you wanted to add? Any more recaps you wanted to hit before we got off the air?
Yeah, if I could, I'll just run over a quick recap. Just kind of touch on the things I passed along. So, just once again, the Typhoon. Just once again, want to send out a quick thank you to the entire community for taking that last Typhoon so serious. Just being prepared and just being ready for the worst. So, it's always better to be safe than sorry. So, thanks again for that. Homecoming, we're super excited. It's going to be a fun week. You can just tell that the kids are having fun this week, and we're glad that it's going on. So come out and support all those events if you can. Just all the activities, and then just you can get a full roll-up of all those events on the Facebook page as well. So if you weren't sure you didn't get some of those times, go ahead and check it out on the Facebook page. And then Oktoberfest, that's coming up Saturday on the 19th, and that's running from 4:30 to 9 p.m. And once again, it's going to be at the Camp Zama Community Club Ballroom. Red Ribbon Week, that's running from the 23rd to the 31st of October. And then once again, this year's theme is Send a Message, Stay Drug Free. The whole laundry list of Halloween activities, but just, a ton of activities planned. And then it wraps up with trick-or-treating. That's running from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. on both installations. And then once again, drivers, please be safe. And then, parents, just, please be super careful with your kids when you guys are out there doing some trick-or-treating. Just hopefully, I know it's a lot of information, but, we like to make sure everybody knows what's going on. So definitely, glad I could be on to pass that on. And then once again, just always remember for latest updates, including, we always, our PAO shop does a great job, Tim Flack and his team, keeping information updated on our Facebook page, including like severe weather, warnings or road conditions or really a lot of school events. They put that information out, try to make sure our community always knows they're abreast of what's going on. So once again, that address is it's www.facebook.com/USAGJ.
All right. So
please get on there and get some more information if you guys have any questions.
All right, Sergeant Major. So before we get you off the air, did you have a song request for us?
I tell you what, there's probably going to be some shocked listeners out there, but hey, I recently found a new love for karaoke. I just love it, man. So I can't get enough. So I know there's a lot of people that like it. I'm sure, this song, when people hear it, there's still some people on the way to work. Or, hey, if you're sitting at your desk, go ahead and sing along. So if you have it, I'd like you guys to play Come On Eileen by Dexy's Midnight Runners. And yeah, everybody out there, please sing along.
All right, I think we can do that for you. Have a great day, Sergeant Major. Thank you for calling in. We appreciate it.
All right. Hey, appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
All right, bud.